If you hate unkindness, you are unkind.
And action.
Dear God, so that I'd like to talk today about kindness and my perspective on it. So I totally believe that kindness is being generous, considerate, and total package of goodness towards humanity. You taught me that. Thank you. But I learned it the hard way. You know, it's not just about being kind to mankind. It's also about not doing anything when you see unkindness. Yeah? So you don't care, you don't get it, it's not your business, you're not there, you're not part of it, you're not part of them. And then you let it slide and someone else suffers. You are unkind. Yeah, I said it. You are. So, I'll tell you a story. Back in my school days, secondary school days, oh boy, we were the elites. And they separated us into classes, class of intelligent students. Class A was for the science intelligent students, and class B was for the arts. And you see the way I said it, arts? Because we felt that being scientists, we had the advantage. We were better, we were the elites. And it used to pain class B. Okay, so if you're in class B then, sorry. It is what it is. And there was this girl in our class, Nkoli. She was a part of us, she was class A, very intelligent. This girl knew algebra like the back of her hand, calculus, right? But she had this problem. She had a distinct, obnoxious smell. And guess what? We bullied and humiliated her. I can actually tell you that, let me confess. It's probably because we were jealous of her intelligence. So that was the only way we could get back at her. So anytime she entered the class, she was oozing cassava. And guess what? We named her the cassava girl. Okay, I wasn't part of it. You remember, Lord, I wasn't. But I did nothing. So I laughed at the jokes. I smiled. I did my nose when everybody was doing this. I wasn't particularly mean to her, but I didn't particularly do anything about it. But I had to learn. And how did I learn? So, in the library, I had my algebra. I hated algebra, so I had to go and read. And there were also class B students reading there, right? And immediately Nkoli entered the class. Oh, well, hell broke loose. All the girls were just jesting, calling her the cassava girl, squeezing their noses and just practically making this girl, humiliating her. And she sat in the corner of the library weeping. And I was there and I did nothing. I confess again, I did smile at one or two of the jokes. But I didn't help her, I didn't reprimand them, I didn't say anything. It wasn't my business, I was focusing on my focus, I was reading algebra. But then I heard that distinct voice, and it said to me, when you hate unkindness, you are unkind. And it hit me differently, it was a wake-up call. And I stood up from my seat and I went to her and held her hand, and this girl cried. Watch a teenage 14-year-old weep from the depth of her heart. Guess what? She wasn't crying because we humiliated her or bullied her. She was crying because of all the shenanigans, the overwhelming situations that she had at home. Let me tell you her story that will bring you to the present. First out of 3 kids, lost her mother at 9, and then her father remarried. And yes, guess what? The wicked stepmother. That's who he married. And this lady turned the little girl into a known slave. She goes to bed by 1 o'clock and she wakes up by 3. She's the housekeeper, the cook, the farmer, the planter, the business manager. Everything. Dad, at 14, when we couldn't even fix a single meal for ourselves. And that was why she was smelling like that, because she would wake up by 3 o'clock after harvesting the cassava and washing and, packaging it. She would take it to the market for her stepmother, keep it there in the market, and then run all the way back to school to join us for our classes. And sometimes she was always late. So we would have all been seated when she would walk in and just guessed what that means for her. The workload, the oppression, the beatings, the abuse, both physical and emotional at home, was so much for her that even our humiliation in class meant nothing. It was just a piece of cake for her. School was just where she found her solace, because she loved reading, she was intelligent, and she just soaked herself in the peace of school. And even then, and in school, we couldn't give her that peace she craved for, because we started our own level of shenanigans with her. After she told me her story, I was so ashamed of myself. I didn't believe that anybody, any child, had a right to go through what that girl was going through. And then we couldn't even give her peace. So, yeah, that I did the right thing. I'm a good child, remember? You're a child. So I did the right thing. What did I do? I rallied everybody, every influencer in class. Ozo, Oluchi, Ngozi, name them. I called them together and I gave them her story. So the first thing they said is, you know what? We need to take away that smell. You see, with that smell, nobody will accept her in school. So we formed a strategy. We went to the hostel. We got permission for her to be in the hostel. That early morning, we went to the gateman. We got permission for the gateman to let her into the school that early. So when she finishes doing what she's doing and take it to the market, she runs back to school. We are meeting her somewhere. Take her into the hostel, give her a bed. All of us, we gave her each one uniform. And we will package the uniform and keep for her, waiting for her. After she has finished taking her bath, she wears the uniform and she enters the class. And she's smelling like all of us, looking so good. Yeah? And in fact, she had only one uniform, only one for the whole school year. And sometimes you just see patches, amateur patches where they have turned, and she has stitched it up herself. So you can imagine her having one of our pressed, neatly pressed, good-looking uniform. We had our swag, so you could tell that our uniform was that good too. Yeah. So when she walks into the class, oh boy! The first time she walked into the class, the whole class stood up. That was a queen coming. She was a queen, really. Beautiful girl. That just oppression and wickedness could not let her shine. And this is how we absorbed her, accepted her. And guess what? She added value, because she became a member of our clique and started teaching us algebra and calculus. Because trust me, Lord, you gave that girl brain. She is brilliant. She became our algebra tutor. She became our calculus tutor. And on that term, we cleared maths like anything. It was beautiful. Anyway, we gave her the love and acceptance that she wanted so badly. She loved school. We gave her the peace, the space that she needed. to express herself to be her. And I'm so happy I was part of it. And thank you, Lord, for teaching me that lesson. I'm a good girl. I am your good girl, your daughter. You should know that. So, what's the lesson for each and every one of us? Kindness doesn't need so much complexity. It just needs a smile. It just needs you not looking away when something wrong is being done to someone else. Just needs you being very conscious and intentional to affect humanity. Just being you, being that child that God has made. So God, this is being me, being that child that you've made, being your daughter, and I'm checking it.